10 signs you have the foundation of a good marriage. Even a great marriage and family foundation will have its trials and challenges throughout life. With emotional maturity, the following traits are easier to cultivate. The traits mentioned below will enable you to navigate your challenges together as a team. Commitment. As UCLA psychologists describe, commitment is much more than just a statement. It means being willing to do the work during the tough times. So, working towards a good foundation before marriage means asking yourself if you're willing to sacrifice things, including being right. Openness. You build a strong marriage with transparency. Secrets only seed doubt and anxiety, and then resentment kicks in. The foundation of a good marriage also means being vulnerable. After all, if you can't be yourself, then why should anyone else be themselves around you? Respect. Understanding how to build a good foundation before marriage means understanding what each person has to offer. If you can't feel equal, then a lifelong marriage will be a tough road. You'll know in your gut pretty quickly, even before you solidify a relationship, if you feel respected or not. Trust. Trust is a small word, but it means so much and can be interpreted in so many ways, especially within marriages and family foundations. We often think that it refers to believing that someone will do what they intend to do. In relationships, trust can become more abstract and more loaded with expectations, as studies show. But being able to depend on your partner is a common expectation that makes a marriage successful and healthy. Honesty. Building your marriage to last means always telling each other the truth. There's also something about telling lies or keeping secrets that makes us miserable because we often obsess about them. So, start with the right approach and use honesty to build a strong marriage. Priority. Prioritizing each other is key when considering how to build a good foundation before marriage. If you have more time for friends and family but none left to enjoy each other's company, you might lose out on marital bliss. Usually, one of you also may become resentful. Listening. There's a reason the Greek philosopher, Epictetus, has said that nature has given us one tongue and two ears so that we can hear twice as much as we speak. Not only does listening show your support and appreciation, but it also encourages patience. Ultimately, how to build a good foundation before marriage involves empathy. The best way to show that and to develop it as a skill is to listen. At the same time, you try to imagine your partner's viewpoint rather than just yours. You still give your opinions, but with the right context. Rituals. Building a solid foundation in a relationship often revolves around what habits you cultivate together. Ideally, these are symbolic and in some way show that you are a group or a team. These rituals could be as simple as what time you have dinner together in the evening. And a 50-year review confirms that these positive rituals connect families and couples emotionally. Nurture and intimacy. Intimacy is often the driver behind getting married, and so it's important to keep it alive. Let's not forget that intimacy isn't just sexual in nature, it's also about sharing our feelings and fears. We're being fully human and fully engaged with our partners such that we feel cared for. Without that, building a solid foundation in a relationship is going to be virtually impossible. Conflict resolution. Any relationship has its ups and downs, and of course that includes marriage. That's why dealing with conflict is the foundation of a good marriage. Without it, you risk getting lost in the never-ending cycle of anger and disappointment. That's not how to build a good foundation before marriage. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.